Longtime followers of the channel, welcome back to the camper. Now if you followed me, you'll know that I've done 2 other RV hack videos, and this is a standalone one because this is something that my wife has wanted me to do since we got the camper a few years ago. Which goes to show women, you don't have to remind us every year to do a project. We'll get to it. So in this project right here, I'm sitting in our dining area. Obviously there's normally a table here, table folds down into a bed. Now I believe in most RVs, if not all RVs, underneath the cushions is storage. And the problem with the storage under here is it's always hard to get to. Now the one in the back, that's a lost cause. That's your specialty items, stuff you're hiding. I don't know. If you have the table up or you have the table down and it's treated to a bed, you have to move all of the cushions. It's just a struggle. So what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to do a drawer system that's going to pull out from the side here into the camper. I've saw this on some other campers, so obviously they're smart enough to figure out to do that. They just didn't do it on this one. So we're going to do it ourselves. So let's send us back to the past me and show you how I built the drawers. Thanks, future me. I hope I transitioned that right, or this will not make any sense. So what we're going to do while we're in the shop is we're going to take some 1/2-inch plywood, we're going to rip it down, and we're just going to build 2 plywood boxes. Very simple, very easy. They're going to be 10 inches tall, 16 inches wide, and about 23 or 24 inches long. So with that being said, we'll build these boxes and we'll send them back to the future me. Alright, I got the boxes clamped in, drying up with the glue, so now I need some drawer faces. And I went back and forth on how I wanted to do the drawer faces. And I decided that because of where they're going to sit in the camper, you're not going to really see them that well. And well, I can't match the cabinet doors anyway. So I'm just going to use some 3/4 plywood and we'll pretty it up. So I just got to cut this now and then get to pretty. So to help pretty these up, I'm going to just do a routed edge along the edge. Nice little edge profile there. We'll sand her down and throw a little color on her. So the drawer faces are all done, painted, ready to go. Knobs, handles are installed. Problem is in the back, these screw heads that attach the handle kind of stick out. I don't know if you can quite see it on camera. I could have got smaller screws and then recessed them in here and called it good. But because they do protrude out now, when I put this thing on, it wobbles, there's a gap, it's not gonna adhere correctly. So I'm going to put the drawer faces on after everything's ready to go. These will be the last things that I install. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to just take a router. I'm going to router out an area on here so that when I do attach the drawer face, it will sit completely flush and stable on here. I'm gonna put safety glasses on because that was stupid. Alright, try again. With the boxes done, we need to make some kind of tracking system for this drawers to slide in and out, because we're not putting this in a cabinet, so this is completely different. So we're just going to basically make a couple of L's that I can screw into the floor on the bottom, and then the top part right here is where these drawer slides right here will go on. There's going to be, I'm assuming this will be pretty easy to install because of the fact that it's not inside a cabinet and we can basically set it, mark it, and do that. So that's what we are going to do. We are going to basically take this right here, this 1x10 that was supposed to push it in, and we're going to make some L's that we can then bring up there and do that. And then I think after that we're going to head back to future me. So future me, take it away after I make these.
I am cutting things with a saw, cutting things with a saw.
Thank you, past me. Now let's get these things installed. Alright, first thing we need to do is we need to cut out of the panel that sits to the outside. So if you remember those L's that I said I was building, boom, here they are with the drawer slides on them. This will attach, drawer side attaches to the drawer, and this will help attach to the floor. You throw these in first, and then your drawer on top. And lucky for me, very lucky for me, is everything actually fits directly in between. There's really no wiggle room. So this thing kind of self-centers. You may want to center yours up. And now we're going to take a Sharpie and we're just going to run and trace out where we need to cut out. Remember, you're going to want to cut a little bit bigger because the drawer has to go through it. Just a heads up on that. Also, for screwing through the floor, what I did is I actually removed one of the screws that are in the floor, removed it out, saw how long it was, so I would know how far I can go down, because I don't know about drilling into the slide out. So I did that just to be safe, but now we got this in. Just trace her out. Once you've marked everything the best you can, connect all of your lines, and then cut it out. I'm using a multi-tool. Don't know how well that job it's doing, but that's what I'm doing.
I am cutting more things, cutting more things, cutting more things with a saw, with a saw, with a saw. Hello. And putting it this way allows me to kind of see better where I need to cut out and trim out. I did the majority of the cuts on the other side, flip it over to this side, and kind of fine detail it. Now, I did end up cutting a little bit too big, and I think I'm going to end up making new drawer fronts eventually down the road. But for right now, these will do. I would bring a different saw than a multi-tool, because I'm no good with this, and these cuts look like crap. And now we're putting on drawer slides, put on drawer slides, put the screws on the drawer slides!
Now it's time to install the drawer slides. Again, I was really lucky. Mine go right up to these supports on the sides. So we're just going to get them where they want to be, screw them in, and then, yeah, so I can screw right through the sides on these. And now with the drawer fully in, I'm going to screw in through the back sides here on those L's, because everything should be all lined up. Put 2 screws there, and that'll hold all of the drawer slide things in.
As you can tell with this blurry still, I did have to add some shims in the back. I kind of had to play with the back side to get it kind of where I wanted it so that this drawer would slide perfectly.
Now take your drawer face, get it on there.
As you can see, I'm not using any glue to put this drawer face on. Now, as I talked about earlier, I may have to make some new drawer faces because you can see the cuts. But either way, because of the way that I had to router out those spots in the back, I didn't want to put this on there permanently.
Then screw it in through the back side.
Then when you're screwing on drawer faces, go slow with the first screw to make sure that you don't blow through the front face.
And lastly, make sure you clean up. Your wife will really appreciate it. That pretty much wraps this up. Now, if you're curious on why I didn't put the drawer all the way to the back, it's because the drawer hinges to go all the way back were $100 a piece. Compared to these ones, I got 22-inch heavy duty ones for like 36 bucks on Amazon. So it was a tremendous saving, and my wife was fine with it. There still leaves a little bit of that storage space in the back. Our trailer isn't going to be moved a lot. If yours is, I would suggest maybe making a small barricade right here so stuff doesn't go flippy floppy hippy hoppy. And also, I don't think these drawers are going to come out. And if you are worried about these drawers opening during transit, just do a little clip in here and you'll be fine. But with that being said, thanks for watching. I'll see you guys on the next video. Honey, I told you I'd get them done for you. Time I've done. Welcome back to the RV. I've done 2 other hot shop. It's hard to get to, and when you're thing that I saw. See? Oh, this is going terrible. Now the problem with